So the topic today is what if you what if we know how the defilement works? Most of us don't know the trick of defilement. So we do something that the defilement lead us to do, but we don't realize that it is. So let's see how it works. My name is Chayanon. Okay, there is two important part that we were talking about. Our mind is a kind of pure energy. And another thing is defilement. Also, it's kind of pure energy. So, pure energy and pure energy can connect together. But pure energy cannot connect to our physical body. So how defilement works, it's our thoughts are signal stream sent by defilement into the mind. Send the signal stream from the defilement into the mind. They are both pure energy, they connect together. But defilement cannot do anything to our body, our physical body. So the way it works is to generate thoughts into our mind. So our mind stimulated by thoughts from defilement. Our body is controlled by the brain. So our brain, if I compare to computer, our body is like a hardware, like a screen, keyboard, or something like that. Our brain work as operating system to control every hardware, every communication in our computer. So the brain control all part of the body. And when the mind make decision, then send order to the brain through the consciousness. The consciousness is work like if I compare, work like a Wi-Fi or internet that the mind can send that decision or order or command through the consciousness. The consciousness work like a internet or Wi-Fi. So the mind communicate with the brain and let the brain order, control every part of the body. Let's say somebody somebody come to you and slap on your face. You see they coming in. You hear the sound of slap, and you get hurt. Those information will send from the brain through the mind. When the mind get those information, they make decision whether or not they can recognize the one who come to slap your face, if they can find in the memory of the mind. They make decision and send through the consciousness to the brain to control the body. The mind may say, hey, hit it back. So the brain will control our hands, our fists to hit them back. The mind may make decision in the other way that, okay, don't let it go. Don't worry about that. Let's forgive that. So order that through the consciousness to the brain. So the brain, okay, let him go and forgive that. See, here's how it works between the mind and the brain and the body, the physical body, through communicate through the consciousness. Why we control through consciousness? Because if we are unconscious, for example, we get into deep sleep, the consciousness is gone, and there is no communication between the mind and the brain. Now, our body that controlled by the brain, and let me explain reversely from the body to the defilement. Our body controlled by the brain, so the mind make decision and send the order to the brain through the consciousness. Here's our mind, which is stimulated by thoughts from defilement. Through thoughts, signal stream sent by defilement into the mind. Here's the mind, defilement generate evil thoughts. Defilement will generate evil thought. Okay, the mind, the defilement generate evil thought and send the signal stream from defilement through the mind. send into the mind, and the mind send that order to the brain. Let the brain control the body. The signal will send through consciousness. See, that's all relationship work. So if we look at the flow, that flow, it's like a puppet on a string. You know, the defilement work as puppeteer to pull the string, let the mind like a puppet on the string, and the mind will pull the string to move the brain, the body. The brain will pull the string to move the body. See, it's like a puppet on the string, many level. But on top of that, the defilement is the one who work on the high level of the puppet, on as a puppeteer, work the puppet on the string. Above all, the defilement work all the time. The defilement work all the time. Every nanosecond, it works all the time. And try to pull your attention, your mind, through your mind, to control the brain, and the brain control the body. And it works all the time. It like the simile I just gave. Somebody come to you and slam your face. If there is conscience in you, hey, let's forgive it, let it go. The defilement will send second trick to you that, hey, you have the right to be angry. So get angry now, get angry. That the second shot from the defilement. And you get angry because I have the right to be angry. For a while, if somebody come to you, hey, stop that, turn around and let them go. The defilement will send the third shot. Say, you have the right to be angry. How about your pride? How about your arrogance? How about your benefit? How can you let them do just like that? See, the defilement will send the second shot, the third shot, and the fourth shot, the fifth shot, and to try to push you to the bad, to the evil thing. And they work all the time. They work all the time. They work all the time. only sometime or once in a while that a virtual friend will come and help you. See, between defilement work all the time, and sometime or once in a while, a virtual friend or a good friend come and help you stop that your emotion, to calm you down. The important thing is that we do not know and do not see the evil trick of defilement. We do not know that we are surrounded by the defilement, and defilement work all the time, and we don't realize that the defilement work all the time. When they send the second shot of the trick shot, the third one, it build up your emotion getting high, and you forget about your real benefit, and you don't even know that that's the trick shot sending from the defilement. It's very important that we do not know and do not see the evil trick of defilement. Defilement tends to influence us to think negatively. Think negatively and rejoice in those negative thoughts. Hey, get angry. Hey, that's my property. Don't take it. Or this is my pride. This is my decision. I can have the right to love. I have the right to like. I have the right to dislike. So, influence us to think negatively and let us rejoice in those negative thoughts. Not only that, they deceive us into thinking that we are content with and appreciate what we do. We claim our right to be angry. I have my pride. I have my arrogance. So make you feel content with it and appreciate what you do. When defilement creates negative thoughts in our mind, the way to overcome it is to stop those thoughts or use your own judgment before making decision. When you are getting angry, step back and think about the real benefit that you will have in getting angry. But if you cannot stop that anger, you cannot solve the problem, you cannot overcome it. So stop those thoughts first and step back and use your own judgment, not the defilement judgment through your anger before you making decision, right? In order to do so, our mind must be still. Our mind must be still, calm, and conscious. But when you get angry, anger is kind of negative thoughts. But to have good consideration is which is a positive thought. Remember, the negative thought and the positive thought never occur at the same time. So before we get our own consideration, we gotta stop that that thought first. Calm you down, still your mind, and be conscious. It is not easy as long as the foundation of our mind is lacking in benevolence. Benevolence like a loving kindness, compassion, and sympathetic joy. So loving kindness, compassion, and sympathetic joy is very good thing that we gotta have to make the good decision. This is sorry. This is stepping stone to obtain benevolence or loving kindness, compassion, and sympathetic joy. This is all we call the good step to follow to cultivate the loving kindness, compassion, and sympathetic joy. First of all, giving, to give without expecting anything in return. Forgiving, to forget. If you cannot forgive, you cannot forget. Keep remembering that, and when you recall it, it hurts you. Observing precept, like not to kill, not to steal, not to do adultery, not to tell a lie, and not to consume high degree of alcohol or drugs. When you prepare those things, then the profound one is to practicing meditation. Practicing meditation to calm you down, and this is the good thing that you can obtain the loving kindness, compassion, and sympathetic joy, and be a good man, good. The last word I will show you that we always think to find a way to think, but we never think to find a way to stop thinking. Right? Think what to think, but never think to find a way to stop thinking. Okay, that's it for the day.